Hello and welcome back to another sweet upload. Today we will be continuing the creaming method series by demonstrating oatmeal raisin cookies. These cookies fall under the category of dropped cookies, meaning they are portioned with a scoop or a spoon and placed on a sheet pan to bake. Let's start by discussing the method and key points before we move on to our demonstration. Creaming method can be memorized with 3 easy steps. Cream together soft solid fats and solid sugars until light and fluffy. Slowly add eggs and flavorings. Scrape often to ensure liquid is absorbed evenly. Finally, alternate adding dry and wet ingredients. Take note that most cookie recipes do not contain additional liquid, so dry ingredients can be added all at once. Here are some key points to remember when using the creaming method. Creaming always begins by mixing fat and sugar together. It is performed at low speed using the paddle attachment. The amount of time that the fat and sugar are creamed will depend on the product being made. Simple drop cookies like the oatmeal raisin we're making today will require about 2 to 3 minutes creaming time, whereas creamed cakes will take substantially longer. When speaking of solid fat, it is meant to refer to fat that is solid at room temperature, such as butter or shortening. The optimal temperature for fat when using creaming method is around 60 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit or around 15.6 degrees Celsius. Let's have a look at today's recipe. Take note that the raisins are an optional ingredient and can be omitted from the recipe with no negative effect to the final product. You can take a moment and screenshot the recipe, or for a printable copy, click on the link in the video description. Here are today's ingredients. We have butter, light brown sugar, granulated sugar, salt, eggs, vanilla extract, all-purpose flour, ground cinnamon, baking soda, oats, and raisins. We'll start by sifting together the all-purpose flour, baking soda, and cinnamon. Next, we'll combine the eggs with the vanilla extract. In the mixer bowl, combine the butter with the brown sugar, granulated sugar, and salt. Begin creaming at slow speed using the paddle attachment. Periodically stop the mixer and scrape the bottom and sides of the bowl to ensure even distribution of ingredients. This is an often overlooked but very important step. Continue to cream the mixture until it appears lighter in color and has a fluffy texture. This process of creaming together fats and sugars will typically take 2 to 3 minutes for drop cookies. Begin to slowly add the eggs and vanilla extract while continuing to paddle at low speed. Let the cream mixture absorb the liquid slowly. Adding eggs too quickly can cause the mixture to curdle. Don't rush the process. Patience is key in the bake shop. Stop the mixer and thoroughly scrape the sides and bottom of the bowl. Allow the mixture to blend for a few seconds just to incorporate all the ingredients. Stop the mixer and add the sifted dry ingredients. Pulse on and off until the dry ingredients are nearly hydrated. Stop the mixer and add all of the oats at once. Again, pulse the mixer to hydrate the oats. Add the raisins while pulsing to distribute evenly. This is a combination of dark and golden raisins. You can use any raisins you prefer. Continue to paddle the mixture for a few seconds to thoroughly hydrate the dry ingredients and incorporate the raisins. Be sure not to overmix, as this can develop more gluten, causing the cookie's texture to be tough. Stop the mixer and scrape the bowl one last time to ensure even mixing. While the dough is technically ready to be baked, in a professional bake shop it is preferred to age the dough under refrigeration to allow the flavors to blend together, giving much more depth of flavor to the final product. Let's prepare the dough for storage. Neatly form a block of dough in plastic film. This is known as blocking off the dough. It's a good idea to double wrap the dough to strengthen the seal and keep the dough airtight. Label, date, and refrigerate the dough until it's time to portion and bake. After at least 1 day of refrigeration, scoop the dough with a portion scoop of your desired size. This scoop is a number 40 Vollrath disher that is about 3/4 ounce. Using a portion scoop will allow you to have uniform cookies after baking. If the dough is too stiff after refrigeration, allow it to sit at room temperature for about 10 to 15 minutes, but not too much longer. Uniform portions are easier to achieve when the dough is slightly chilled. For maximum efficiency while portioning, hold the disher in your dominant hand and grab a mass of dough with your other hand. Firmly press the dough into the disher so the cavity is completely filled and eject the dough onto the pan. Don't worry about placement just yet. They will be baked in several batches with proper spacing after portioning the entire batch. With this particular scoop, this recipe will yield just over 50 cookies. Remember, the dough will freeze very well if you don't want to bake them all the same day. This way you can have fresh, warm cookies anytime you'd like. After scooping, place the portions evenly on a parchment-lined sheet pan, allowing room for spread. Usually, about 12 to 14 cookies will fit on a standard half-sheet pan. They are now ready for the oven. Bake at 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius for about 12 to 14 minutes. Rotate the pan after 8 minutes and continue to bake until done. The edges should be a light brown color and the center should be golden brown. Remove from the oven and allow to cool slightly before removing from the pan. They are now ready to enjoy. And there you have it, oatmeal raisin cookies utilizing the creaming method. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you found this information useful, hit that like button. And remember to subscribe to the channel for more baking and pastry tutorials. As always, be well, be safe, and I'll see you soon for another sweet upload.